Ladies and gentlemen, a good evening to you. This is Menoskin and this is the Italian pod. That was a bit too high. Okay, and as always, my co-host from England, Lord Ra.
Hello, everybody.
And from Mexico, we have Eagle Ceres.
Hola, everybody.
All right. How's your week been? Guys? Has it been good? Have you done anything criminal?
Well, I had another moonshine run, so I've got a litre and a half or so of moonshine currently maturing in an oak cask.
Oh.
Because that's what you do, because it's not rum unless it's been aged for 2 years. But it won't be aged for 2 years. I'm looking... maybe 6 weeks when I give it to my sister for her birthday. Yeah. Have some homemade rum. It won't make you go blind too badly.
Yeah.
What about you, Eagle? I saw the pic on your Facebook on the night out. That looked like some tasty grab.
Yeah, it was a bunch of friends we hadn't hung out. We tend to do actually a boys' night in. We do get some food, watch some movies, drink some beer or booze. So we made some carne asada nachos with plenty of cheese and plenty of carne asada.
Ooh. Yeah, I had lunch with the family today. Basically, all three brothers, the parents and the grandparents. It was mostly, fish stuff. Yeah, we had marinated salmon and alici. I think that's sardines for you. I don't know. But the best part was the dessert. My mother made my favorite cake, tiramisu. It's an Italian cake. But on top of that, it was tiramisu with strawberries. Strawberries sliced as big as my thumb. My God.
Wow.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm making you jealous. I mean, envious.
Yeah, and you know what the silly thing is? Because basically she did it on the spur of the moment, but in Rome there is like a patisserie that it's becoming a chain because they make only tiramisu, but with different flavors. And one of those flavors is strawberry flavors, and it's almost identical. Why didn't she think of it before? Oh well.
Wasn't like that awesome gelato place that we were near the
the place with 150 flavors of gelato.
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
the guy.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
That was ridiculously epic.
What was that? It's not a holiday if there's no ice cream. Now, gelato counts as ice cream, but ice cream is not gelato. There's a
Exactly.
distinct difference. Don't let anyone try to tell you otherwise. But yes.
Okay. And speaking of something brilliant, today's first subject, before we get into anime, because we had to get into anime, because my god, 2016 is the year that's making me watch anime regularly again. Like, it started last year with a few series, a couple, but now there's just so many. But before that, I want to talk about the latest meme. Can we call it a meme? Can we call it a meme?
Yeah, it's technically a meme.
It's a unit of cultural information. It's a meme.
Well, okay. Because I don't want to. I don't really want to call it a meme, but I don't know how else to call it, because this character took the internet by storm. I'm talking about, of course, the blonde, blue-eyed,
Bostonian.
Sorry?
Boston.
Yes.
Boston, America. She's a fan of the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, she's pretty hot and pretty cute, even without the lewds that popped up like. Okay, we're talking about Ellen Baker. So, for those who don't know what the hell we're talking about, you may be asking, who the hell is Ellen Baker? Who the hell is Ellen Baker, guys?
I did ask this question, and it turns out that my cursory research, and It turns out that she's actually an illustration used in teaching English books for teaching Japanese people English. And then people decided she's kind of cute, and she is. And then they decided to do other images of her. And then next thing you know, if there's an illustrated character, next thing you know, there's lewds. Because,
but even there are not that many of the lewds, I had to say, because I looked on Pixiv, and most of the art is her being cute, sexy, funny, or just my favorite is this image of a guy giving her a love note.
Some of it is quite adorable.
Personally, my favorite one is the one with the student coming to her like, "Hey, Sensei, how do you read this?" And she kind of looks over it, and she gets this smug grin, and then pronounces it, enunciates it properly, and the student's like, "I'm not worthy.
No worries, she runs away, and then the principal reprimands me. You're not allowed to give art attacks to students, teacher."
I do like the ones where he says the world, and he goes Zarudo.
No, Zarudo. Zarudo. Or the one with the Kankole boat. Baruniroru. No, Burning Love. Baruniroru. What the fuck?
And the one I enjoy there is we have Archer and Mia going, "Unlimited burrito walks," and she goes, "Unlimited blade works. Unlimited burrito walks."
Yeah, she's I don't know, she's cute, and the fan art is cute, is funny. There is so many. Basically, she's also, of course, a couple images of her reacting to her lewds. There is one that is there is one that is just her being desperate, but
looting the sensei.
Yeah, but I prefer the one where she's like, she's like, what is this? I don't know how to react. Oh my god. And and of course, basically this burst of popularity. There is fake accounts of her. There is fan art popping up everywhere on 2chan, on 4chan, on Pixiv, everywhere, any kind. And of course, what happens? The artists came out saying, "Please don't keep it down, or don't
tone it down. Come on, people."
Yeah, don't elude. And then another article came out today and say they're retiring her. Basically, she's in textbooks. Basically, she's already in the textbooks. Those textbooks are going to be used this year and for many years to come. Because you don't make new editions of English books, of teaching books every year. And she's... Okay, so you're going to retire. The damage, I wouldn't call it a damage. It's already done. I think that doesn't really make sense, because okay, so we had to retire her from okay, but you're not making like a comic book, you're not making a manga, you're not making an anime, a video game, anything. You're making a textbook that gets new editions every few years, but by now it doesn't really make sense declaring that. So I couldn't really wrap my hand around, this declaration. And then you, Eagle, gave out a pretty convincing explanation. So why do you think they're retiring the character? Because you say that because the artist was pissed. Why was he pissed?
Oh, I want to say it's on one side you're gonna have kids googling up the image. And a lot of the greater amount of the hits you get on Google are going to be NC-17 or not app for minors. So you're gonna have some parents from the Parent Teacher Association complaining about it. And then there's the side that a lot of us are thinking, you know what? So the artist is angry about his or her character being depicted this way. And I'll be honest, the first thing I think is, so is he kind of
a sore
disappointed,
loser.
ergo butthurt that he's not getting a share of the profits.
Yeah, pretty much. But there is not really profits to be made here. I mean,
Imagine if he had made, if the artist had made a manga or an anime, and it would have blown up the same way all these new animations or new cartoons. It's a cute teacher doing cute things. It's a cute character, and if he or she would have actually merged it out or found a way to actually make money out of it, he'd be as popular. He or she would be as popular as whatever new artist at the moment.
yeah. But okay, but this is going to help his career anyway, because if you can make a character who, basically, it's not even his character, because it's the Mo version of the original teacher from the English version of the textbook. So it's not even really his character. But this guy actually managed to make a cute character that just by her looks exploded like this. So that's going to help him anyway. So yeah, I guess he declared that, but it's not going to work, because this is not like a minor character or a character that is an actor, because that you can retire a character if you need an actor to be behind it, maybe even a voice actor. But this is a textbook character, and the internet exploded with fan art of her, and it's still going on. It's only going to get bigger.
Oh yeah. Once it's uploaded to the internet, it's there forever.
Yeah, but she had a theme song not even 24 hours after the first fan art. Incidentally, she's an English teacher, and I guess the guy who made the guy who made the theme song actually needed an English person to spell check that song. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, it's on the internet, it's exploded, and it's ours now. She's our teacher.
Well, yeah. Oh, I say it's hard to monetize memes, and when big companies get in on the business, you can tell it looks forced. That's the thing with memes.
Yeah.
People know when you're forcing them, and if you try to force them, like Millhouse, never be a meme.
It's like viral marketing.
Yeah.
When it's viral marketing, there comes a point where you notice this was shoehorned or somebody is trying very hard to get this out there. Memes tend to be, by the nature of them, they're spread by person to person. If they resound something in the back of your subconscious or your psyche, you're gonna enjoy them or you're gonna hate them. There's a reason why we love the doge. There's a reason why everybody got into the so many years ago.
Exactly.
Well, that and steamrollers. Let's not get ourselves. Steamrollers are awesome.
Yada, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
that's the thing. It's if they're trying to monetize it, they're gonna need to get that character designer and do something else or do something similar, or heck, just do a Nellen Sensei cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I mean,
get the people from New Horizon and make it an educational one, but also make it kind of slice of life.
Yeah, I mean that would be the smart thing to do, because you know that there's going to be doujinshi over at Comic.
Oh, there already is.
Yeah, there already is. But I mean,
there's one or two pages worth, but not full 20-something page fan porn yet.
Yeah, but not just porn.
For better or worse.
Yeah, but the thing is, not even pervy. Like, they don't have to be pervy, but there's going to be doujinshi of her in the next comic cats and stuff like that. So get ahead of the curve. Get ahead of the curve and give Ellen Sensei an anime, because you know you're going to sell. Just do it. Just give in.
Oh yeah.
I mean that also I guess that would throw the too much lewd, too many lewds out of the window because apparently unless you haven't had an anime or a manga or a light novel or or a TV drama or anything like that first, making lewds of you is not good. But yeah, so it doesn't really make sense. That's what I'm saying. They made lewds of fucking. Basically, they made cute girls and then lewds of tanks, weapons, and ships. So, but making a lewd of an English teacher is, like, doesn't really make sense to me.
Wow.
It's a character.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's enough. There's a big enough market there for both lewd comics and not lewd comics that it started as a character based off of teaching material.
Mm-hmm.
But from and I'm gonna go ahead and post a link. I'm actually stealing it from your Twitter feed. A link where it shows us like the before and after of the character design using one of the other secondary teachers there. It's
yeah.
After with actually I think that was Mary Sensei.
Mary Sensei.
Mary Brown.
Mary Brown.
Which is so on the left, it's the old character design that's well over 10 years old, versus on the right, which is the same character design as with Mary, but it's the same as the one they're using for Ellen Sensei.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if there's like Ross said, they change the art design every so often, but now because it's a lot more attractive, it's like, you know what, they should be able to monetize this, or in this case, make it more popular. They want little kids, or they want young teenagers or high school kids to learn that they are into anime and all that stuff. There you go.
Yeah. Also, okay. So they're lewds. Okay, so make her. They have to just let her also always talk in English, so they have to learn English properly to understand what she's saying in the doujinshi. Eh? Porn and education in the same move. Ha!
Yeah,
it's tangential learning.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, might as well just say a day without learning something is no day at all. I mean, well, then, if you've got doujinshi, you've even got a wonderful pun there. It's learn something new every day, not learn something nude every day. Go put some clothes on.
I linked another image where basically she's teaching sex ed now. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we spoke about Ellen Sensei, which I assure you, we're not going to. It's not the last time we've seen her. Not by a long shot. Anyway,
and Ellen Sensei's she's not going to be the first or the last character for English teaching, because there's Azrael, aka Gaijin Smash.
Oh, him, yeah.
Which like 10 years ago had a very successful blog on there about being an English teacher in Japan. He's still there. He's still in Japan. He's on his like 15th year now.
Yeah, now he has 2 kids. He has 2 daughters.
Uh-huh. And there's another comic from for another teacher. Her name is Mary Cagle, Cagle.
Yeah,
I think
the one which she does. Basically, she actually like talks about her life in Japan. The drawings are very cute.
Mm-hmm. Not as professional as the ones used for Ellen Sensei, but it's a good thing to think about. You know what? There's people that are interested in other cultures. And the fact that right now everybody loves anime, loves manga, this could probably be something that can be used for other cultures. If people want to learn other languages, but get the idea from this, go right ahead. You know, it's a good experience.
Pretty much. Okay, So we have the spurg about the girl teacher character out of the way. Let's talk about anime.
Woo!
Okay, we are going to. Okay, so we have one that we all watched, more or less, and that we. So I say we leave that for last. So now we each mention one first each. Okay, so Eagle, what have you been watching?
I've actually been keeping up to date. Well, the stuff I've been looking at this week is primarily been fanboying about Macross Delta.
Macross Delta.
Yep. It's the newest iteration after 30 years of ongoing mecha, music, idols, and culture.
Okay, so how is it? What does it talk about, and why is it good?
Well, it's like I said, it's part of a long line of mecha series that was part of the boom of the whole space opera genre for anime.
Oh, back in the 80s.
Yep, back in the early 80s. So what Macross Delta takes up the banner of yes, there will be cute girls, yes, there will be music, yes, there will be hotshot pilots piloting transformable mecha.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it is the dialogue in between characters. The main character, Hayate, he's something of a loner. He was working very different odd jobs and just can't seem to find what fits for him. In between his learning, he's learned how to pilot mecha pretty decently. And he gets fired from his last job because instead of being a proper dock worker and loading ships with cargo, he's dancing in his mecha.
Dancing?
Yeah, he's making his mecha dance like Michael Jackson.
You got to be fucking kidding me. Why haven't I seen this?
As awesome as that is, I would fire someone for doing that on the clock.
True.
I'm sorry. That's incredibly awesome, and I would applaud him and say, "I'm going to have to write you up for that one, mate. I'm sorry." Yeah, it's health and safety. But yeah.
So what's happening in this case? Part of the whole humanity is expanding out to outer space, and it's been the better part of 60 years since Space War I. The crew of the Macross Delta, which is actually a group of idol singers that help with their music to contain a virus called the VAR that causes people to go berserk.
Wait a minute.
And literally, like, they kind of zombie out berserk, and both normal humans, Centrati, whatever, they just go crazy.
Yeah, but that sounds like the plot to Omega Quartet. That's a video game that came out last year.
Weird.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
And the thing is, with they use the music, they use the whole full system to be able to defend. And that's where the idols come in. The idols sing these songs, help people calm down. Like, that's classic Macross with Minmay, and then with on Macross Plus and everything. And the funny thing is, the idols are pretty much riding on top of the Veritex, on top of the Battloids, or on top of the Gerwalk.
On top? There is space!
Basically, let me see if I can find a picture of Mikumo doing that. It's basically, imagine that they're basically on the outside of the airship or the ship itself, tethered, singing.
In space.
No, not in space, not yet. Not that we're aware of.
But they're going to do it in space. Eventually.
Right?
Even though that's physically impossible.
I don't know. Remember, Centrites can be out in space.
Oh, yeah.
Not for long, but they can be.
No. It's not about being out in space. It's about sound doesn't carry over in space.
Yeah, but you do understand how much energy it takes to fold space, and the whole transforming planes thing. Yeah, that's kind of also a physical impossibility. Or you may. Hey,
Minos,
Yeah.
Minos, remember, it's cartoons. It's anime.
Yeah,
It's not rocket science.
yeah, but I don't know
Rule
what
of
this
cool.
bothers me because, like, explosions, great, but singing? Just
Minos, may I remind you that technically explosions should not happen in a vacuum of space.
yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Anyway,
That's why, you know what? Turn off the logical mind and enjoy
yeah,
the
I know.
show.
I can do it for most of the stuff. But it just this one bothers me. I don't know why. Maybe because it's silly. It's very silly. Because
Oh, it's delicious, actually. Come on.
no, come on. I mean, I remember from the original Macross that she didn't sing in space, like at least that. So
She wasn't
Oh,
direct,
yeah.
She wasn't directly in space, but she was she was basically in a little bubble or in a little micro environment, which also happened in Macross Frontier with toward the end, both of the TV series and the movie.
oh well. Anyway,
But you know what?
so-
I do
so-
strongly recommend it. Yes, it's gonna have like idols and cute stuff, but later on, once it actually starts rolling, there's gonna be we're going to find who the people causing the VAR syndrome or causing those reactions or people going wacko, and there is some politicking going about with the kingdom of basically the bad guys, which are nuts and trotty this time around.
uh-huh.
And there's a group of rival pilots in there too.
Huh.
Oh, and Max and Miria from original Macross and Macross 7, their granddaughter is one of the pilots for the Delta crew.
Hey, nice.
Oh yeah.
I saw a picture and I've added that into the chat, and it's like, do want. Yes, well, we will have plenty of her, thank you very much. I'm sure the lewds will be forthcoming. Yeah, so I've been meaning to look. I've got the first episode, but I haven't got around to watching it. Been wrestling with trying to get my Plex to work. Updated it last Monday, and it's decided I don't want to update properly, and I can't get it to work. Trying up various fixes, and well, I'd be pulling my hair out if I had any. So,
Okay.
but
So-
show-wise, sorry, I watched Bakuon, the high school biking motorbike thing. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the crotch rockets, but you know, quite good.
Okay, what do you mean Viking motors? What? Can you please explain?
Bakuon. So Bakuon, it's short name for the motorcycle or bike club, kind of like Keion, which is the Keionbu. Bakuon would be Baiku Onbu, or the bicycle users club after school.
Yeah.
Rod, take it over.
Well, it starts off with there's someone who's like just starting high school, and she's going, "I've got to cycle up this bloody hill," and she's not happy about that. And then there's
I bet.
she's a pretty hardcore. Oh, it's like 500 meters up this hill. It's like, oh man, really? It's the sort of thing you go, oh, all those steps, and especially cycling uphill, not particularly easy. And she's at the lights. And then there's this hardcore cyclist guy in lycra, helmet, leaning over as if like, he's pretty hardcore. And one of a local, another girl going to the school is he's there on a moped. Well, not quite a Vespa sort of moped thing, but a small engine motorcycle. And then she going up the hill and go, wow. It's just, do you really think they're awesome? He goes, well, not really, but it was great that you didn't have to pedal up the hill.
Gwill, you're not making exactly a good case for this anime so far.
What?
Hold on.
Okay, it's a bit slice of lifey, and then there's like proper motorcycle things. But then the big draw of this is Lime Senpai.
Yes.
Who?
Lime Senpai. AKA
Stig-chan. Think Rule 63, the Stig from Top Gear. Put it as a high school student and you've got Lime Senpai. And
So-
yes,
So, Pascal, let me get this straight. This anime has a female high school student version of the Stig
yes,
who rides motorcycles.
yes.
What the fuck?
Anyway, it's quite ludicrous and as such, but yes. Oh, it's reasonable, harmless fun. It's like, I'm sure your parents would approve of me. My parents would be okay with me learning to ride a motorcycle. It's like, no parent thinks it's okay. Well, it's very rare for a parent to think, yes, I'm okay for my 16-year-old daughter to learn to ride a motorcycle to school. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, I
Nobody
don't know.
thinks that.
Some say her fun bags also double as airbags, and that she can
Boing.
blush through her helmet. All we know that many people call her senpai.
And yes, she does notice. It's quite ludicrous, and also the thing because you really don't want to be riding a motorcycle in something other than your protective leathers, because if you come off, and you probably will have an accident on a motorcycle, or at least come off. Nothing serious like life-threatening, but there's a good chance you will come off the motorcycle. You get a gnarly bit of road rash, and the friction will burn straight through your jeans. So, you kind of do need your padded leathers. Plus, padded leathers. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a fun series. It's a fun series. I recommend it too because both it's the whole slice of life, people getting into biking, and later on you're gonna get to see somebody that's kind of like, no, you cannot have fun. You must do this and this and this, and they rip on her so deliciously that she eventually becomes part of the group.
Brilliant. Part of the no fun allowed crew gets a kick in. Well, metaphorical kick in.
And like Ra commented, it's kind of like, what if you did Rule 63 of Top Gear? And yes, there are elements of certain of the characters being both the Jezza, Captain Slow, and the hamster.
Yeah. Well, they did put the nostalgia critic and the angry video game nerd in an anime once, so I guess everything is possible. No, that actually happened, guys.
I know, I remember that.
You remember?
I don't, but then I've
You
become
don't?
a filthy
Okay.
casual. I need links. I need evidence of this.
Okay, nostalgia critic anime. There they are. Okay, there we go. I'm putting the link in the chat. I don't know which anime is it, but tell me this.
Sentai Karen Children.
Sorry?
I'll give you the name in
Zeta
a second.
Karen? Really?
Yes.
Okay, I linked the image. Tell me those are not them.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fucking them.
oh yeah. That's the nostalgia critic.
And the angry video game nerd.
Absolutely lovely children.
There they are. Okay.
Oh, is he there to badmouth Ponyo and get a good shoe in? One does not slag off Studio Ghibli stuff. It's you can not like all of it because you won't like everything or the output from a particular artist or studio or whatever. But it's like, yeah.
No, and you know what? The even funnier thing. Basically, they put basically in that sequence. It's it's a panning sequence camera shot, and before they appear, there is another guy, a cop on the ground, which is Lupin the Third. So basically, they put the angry video game nerd and the nostalgia critic in the same shot as Lupin the Third.
You're right. I went ahead and posted a video
Yeah, good.
with
Very
the whole
good.
scene there.
Yeah, this,
And
this is kind of...
I'm trying to see the series of.
No, me neither. I heard about it, but it is the...
Oh, yeah, it is Sentai Karen Children because they themselves, they're like, oh my god, we're there. We're
well,
Sentai Karen Children, the Unlimited.
pretty much. And okay, speaking of ridiculous things, or maybe bizarre things, we're getting into, well, the anime I was waiting for the most this year, but not my favorite so far, I have to admit. I'm of course talking about part 4 of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. My god, it's finally here. They teased it since last year, ever since part 3 ended, and that was a very good adaptation. Then comes this one. The art style is different, the opening is no longer CGI for some reason, and I don't know, I think it's a good adaptation of the manga. They haven't done the manga disservice so far. Hell, if anything, I think the anime version actually kind of made it better, because basically the Jojo mangas, they're basically lots of fights, one after the other. It's not always villain of the week, like in the earlier series. Basically, the later, the more on Araki went, the less villain of the week it became. But basically, for an anime, that's good, because they can take more than one chapter together, make it flow better than in manga version. So it's good. The art style is different, but it's good. It kind of fits. It fits the ambientation, because this has a very different tone than the first 3 parts. And finally, we have the opening, which is, as someone said, Love Live but manly.
It's like I saw that picture somewhere.
Yeah, Love Live but manly. And then there is the ending sequence. Basically, they chose the song because you know that so far all the seasons for the Jojo anime have had an English rock or pop song as a closing, as an ending theme. First, there was a Roundabout with part 1 and part 2. Then
Roundabouts.
Then part 3 had first Walk Like an Egyptian, because, you know, they were heading to Egypt. And then the latter half, where bad stuff starts happening, they had Last Train Home, which is kind of perfect, considering how the series ends. And that's a very sad song, melancholic, so yeah, it's good. This time, they used a song by the Australian pop group Crazy Garden called I Want You. I had never heard these people before, but I heard them with the ending and it kind of fits. I don't know, just I'm convinced it fits, even if I had never ever heard about this song before. Have you ever heard it, guys? Have you seen the anime?
No,
yet. I'm still trying to get up to speed. I'm still lost in the very first season. I love the character design, and I've read some of the manga, but I have not kept up with the anime.
Yeah, you probably know the meme first before. Yeah. Also,
that's about all I know. Sorry.
Yeah. Also, a new meme started by the opening of part 4, and it's Koichi Rose's pose. Have you seen it, the meme?
No.
Okay.
The link is on that one.
Okay. Basically, in the opening of the anime, there is Koichi Rose, is one of the main characters, and at a certain point, he does a very... I don't want to call it strange, but it's... I'm gonna link it in the chat.
Flamboyant?
Yeah, just look at it. Just judge for yourself. Anyway, people started pasting it everywhere. Give it a look.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. that's probably they're going to edit his stand once he gets it on his left. But for now, it just seems to be posing awkwardly. Very awkward.
Oh yeah. Like, "Urgh."
He's sneaking and just been spotted, or he's like, you've caught me dancing to something I shouldn't be dancing to.
Yes,
That's why he's frozen.
Or he's sneaking, but at the same time, he's like, want a piece of this, mate? Want a piece of this? Like, with a claw. Do you want a claw? I have the claw here. Check out what the... Yeah, I'm going to... it's going to be fun because Echoes, which is his stand, goes through 3 different parts. So it's going to be fun to see how each part poses compared to him. Okay,
yes,
so...
it has become anime.
Sorry?
You can't... the meme is you just can't shop Koichi onto everything.
We are shopping Koichi onto everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so that's pretty much. The anime has only had 2 episodes so far. I love the voice acting, I love the designs, I love the colors, I love the pacing. This is good. This is very, very good. Then we had the Ace Attorney anime. Have you seen it?
What? Ace Attorney?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started watching it, and I'm like, yeah, so good.
Okay.
You know what? It's not as serious as the games themselves, but it's good. You know what? It's you're not supposed to expect the same thing because it's a completely different adaptation than the Nintendo DS. Well, they're pretty much visual novels.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're
But the
more
character design's
quick.
so good.
They're more. They have more wit, but yeah.
You get to understand the characters a little bit different than you're used to.
Yeah, because they had to do things a bit different because they don't have all the time that they have in the video game to set things up. For example, there is. Basically, I know. Have you seen the second episode yet?
I've not. I'm looking, seeing where I want to go for my subs for it, and it's like, yeah, probably don't want to go for the whole
I
subs.
usually go to nya.se. So.
Yeah, I'm looking what my options are. I've got horrible subs, ill subs, creep, or localized track, or...
I'd go with the one that is a not local. Okay, I'm gonna give you the link to the subs myself later. Don't worry. And have you seen the second episode?
Quick disclaimer before somebody gets breaks out the rule stick. Yeah, if you can buy the DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, go ahead. Support the authors, support the companies.
Yeah.
But if by any chance there is no local distribution, it's okay to torrent.
Yeah. Also, it's not a match about the video. What I want to link to Will to Laura is the subs. The subs, because those are the problems for me. Because the Crunchyroll just has some horrible subs for his series. I don't know who translates that shit, but...
Well, probably Treehouse, but
Yeah. Yeah, and then there is
they're not moonlighting, but that's another story.
Yeah, and then there is the problem that here, basically, for Ace Attorney, even if this is the anime, so it's not... you can't just... make it happen in Los Angeles when everything about the anime shows it happens in Tokyo. There is a pet, sakura trees right off the bat. You can't, but no, they're still using the localization. It does, and they have voice actors, so you see Tokyo, so it doesn't make any kind of sense. So get the subs. Like, it's not about pirating, but support the release, but fuck the Crunchyroll subs so much, really.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is they can't stay faithful to the Nintendo style translations because you're gonna lose a lot of content with the adaptation. It's like going the whole traditional translation versus someone with mimetic or with memes, or trying to do a full adaptation that goes all for kids. So you know what? It goes back to the how clean and how crisp and how pure a translation do you want versus how bad do you really want it now.
Yeah. Okay, returning to the anime itself, what do you think about the art style? The art style. It's not extra detailed, but it feels faithful, you know, because you see the cats, you see the green text like in the game, you see the places. The places are identical, even all the little details. They didn't add on it that much, but they feel faithful, or is it just me?
Uh,
No?
it's faithful enough, but the thing is that the animations, the character design they use on the game on the Nintendo 3D, on the DS, 3DS, whatever, it fits because it's not as dynamic as properly full 24 to 30 something frame animation. So it's going to be a little bit looser, but it does a good job of maintaining the character design as close as possible to the original style without uh, forcing you to look extra edgy or extra shaded or
Yeah.
which might look weird.
Pretty much, yeah. Except Maya, however you want to call her. She's cuter. She's much more attractive in the anime version. Yeah, her young self. They learned the lesson with the adult version of her. Now with the new Ace Attorney coming out, but her young self wasn't. She wasn't that cute. She wasn't that cute, I have to say. This Mayoi, she's fucking adorable. So good job on that. And I think the voice actors they are a good fit too. I particularly like the one they chose for how do you say? Okay, for Ryuichi, but also the one they chose for Larry. His friend, his best friend, the one with the orange jacket, is like, yeah.
Interesting.
What? What is?
I'm not used to the voices, so I can't really comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they do fit. They do. I see the character design and the voice kind of that sounds right. That fits the character design. That fits the attitude more than anything.
Yeah. And they add all these little details, like, because they can do it like in the games. For example, they can spend hours, half hours, interrogating people. So, for example, in the second episode, Ryuichi has to have a conversation with Gamsho about, the how do you say, the girl who has to testify to the trial for Mia's murder, and it's not an interrogation like in the game, but basically he starts deducing what he needs to do by the comments, the offhand comments that Kamsho says. So they show Ryuichi to be more intelligent, or better. Basically, Ryuichi has always been intelligent, but because those moments were like the final results of a sea of quips, comedy, and just scenes where they make him miserable. He has to, he has to get everything by the skin of his teeth. He has to get insulted to his face. I don't know how many times. So they condense it, so you can actually feel how intelligent, how smart Ryuichi is, even if he bluffs a lot. And that also takes smarts. That's, yeah. Guys, you're being pretty silent. What the hell?
Yeah,
Don't
sorry.
let me hanging.
Dead air for you, son. No,
What the hell do I pay you two for?
You don't pay us.
Oh, I guess that's the problem.
Yeah, well, there's your problem. No, sorry, I've been having a look for some of the bits for Jojo. Trying to find out the episode sequence, because I vaguely remember when it first came out on DVD.
First there is Phantom Blood, then there is Battle Tendency, then there is Stardust Crusaders, and the Stardust Crusaders anime is split in two. There is Stardust Crusaders, and then there is Stardust Crusaders Egypt. Basically, because also in the manga, it's a bit like that, because they spend a lot of time just going from Japan to Egypt, because they have a lot of setbacks, and then in Egypt they found new, particularly stronger enemies and stuff like that. So it's split in two in the manga as well, thematically.
I see where I'm getting confused, because
awaken my masters.
Because when I remember JoJo first coming out, it was an OAV,
Yes.
which may explain why I'm a little bit confused as to, it's like, 2012, no, it's much older than that, and then, right, there's the problem.
Yeah, they made new.
Yeah, so we remade it completely, which, fair enough. It's getting used to it, because I'm seeing, so season 1 is the part 1.
Phantom Blood.
With Jonathan
Phantom Blood.
It is
Jonathan.
me, Dio.
You thought it was this.
What did I do?
Yeah, then we have part 2 with Joseph, the man, which is, is Joseph. You can't help but love him, no matter what part he's in, even part 3. Then we have part 3 with Jotaro. But Joseph is still my favorite character. I mean, he's funny, he's witty, he's intelligent, and even at 60, he still gets the girl. Even when they want to kill him. You're going to enjoy Joseph, Laura.
It's ridiculously fun. It's ridiculously fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. Okay, so yes, Saturn anime. I want to see. It's basically it's a series they're going to just adapt the first game, I think. But if it goes well, I think they're going to adapt the others as well. At least I hope so.
Let's hope that they're able to get through a lot of the storylines and how far if they do like a season per game, that could work.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, they have it's the right amount of material, and they can expand on it with little touches. Like in the second episode I saw earlier, there is a scene that in the game it's not shown. There is a Richie that basically it's raining, is stuck under a port, stuff like that. And then there is one of his female classmates as a kid who comes back and offers him the umbrella to, walk away from school together. Then in the classroom trial scene, she's one of the people pointing at him and accusing him of being a liar and a thief and a criminal. So that doesn't appear in the game, but it's a very good addition. I really like that. Yeah, then, okay, I guess we'll see. Because I want to see the second day most of all, because I want to see Francisca. I want to see the whip. Because in the series so far, when they do objection, hold it, and stuff like that, and when they do actual physical damage. They do actual physical damage while battling in court. Is court martial?
You want them to go objection.
Yeah, they actually inflict physical damage. The wind races and they get blown away. I want to see Francisca with her whip, or oh my god, if they can get to the 5th game, there is Black Quill, which is an actual fucking sword. Oh my god. I want to see them get there. Okay.
The thing is that they got a lot of content to work with, Let's just hope they actually do a proper and fun adaptation of it.
Yes, so far it makes me hopeful. What's one case from the series that you want to see adapted the most as an anime?
Honestly, I want to see the end of the end of the second game. I want to see how they.
The one with Shelly the Killer.
See how they resolve it. Exactly.
Oh, very good choice. Very good choice indeed. That's one of the most fucked up cases in all of the games. I think the only case that is more fucked up than the case with Shelly the Killer is the case at the end of the 5th game. The one with Athena, her mother, particularly because of that scene. You know which one I'm talking about? Yeah. Mommy was hurt, so... Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of spoiling we're trying to avoid, but
yeah,
dang.
because that left me just wow, just let's okay. So Ace Attorney anime, it's got kind of good. So watch it, even if you haven't played the game. If you haven't played the games, it's it's average as far as quality goes, but it's an interesting start for getting into the universe, especially with the new game coming out. So yeah. Okay, moving on.
Also, best boy is Edgeworth.
Yeah. They actually in the anime, Ryuichi is kind of more handsome than Edgeworth. That's kind of weird. Eh? No, it is, because, in the rain, and, yeah, just...
Edgeworth is my lawyer foo.
Nah. I assure you, I don't know how, but they made Ryuichi more handsome than Edgeworth in this adaptation. I don't know how they made that happen, but it is. Especially the part under the rain with the sakura blossoms. I think that's it. Okay.
Blame the sakura blossoms.
Yeah. Okay. Any other anime we're forgetting so far before we get into the one we want to talk about?
Well, the one I started watching. Oh, you want to go ahead, Ron?
I'm trying to think of anything recent. I haven't watched anything new for a while. I know that completed the first season of Iron-Blooded Orphans, but I'm a bit behind on that. I was watching it every Sunday, as you do, along with when it was airing at the same time One Punch Man, because One Punch Man is awesome. But I forgot to sort of like, I'm a bit behind on this, and everyone's got ridiculous hair. But, it's anime. Complaining about ridiculous hair in anime is like complaining it's not practical effects, they're not destroying models when they blow ships up, kind of stupid.
And then One Punch Man happened.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you Eagle, you were seeing?
The one I actually picked up this week was, it's called Netoge no Yome, aka so you think there aren't girls playing games online? which is it starts about a guy that places his MMO online, and there's this cute female character hounding him about getting married to him in game, and he's like, no, and eventually gives in. And then he's just hanging out with his crew, and then the girl's like, he finally married me, he finally accepted after 10 times asking him. And he's like, and they're asking him, so why were you ignoring her? They're like, it's just a game, guys. It's like it's not for real. And the female character goes like, oh, really? Okay. Gets all depressed, and then he's like, no, I love you too. So she gets kind of yandere at moments. But the best thing of all is the guild master like, you know what? let's go do one of those live meetings. Let's go get together, meet in person, go have some food. So they get together, and the main guy arrives, and he's like, okay, he sends a text out there, hey, okay, I'm here by so and so place, and then a cute girl comes up to him, kind of shy, kind of dainty. It looks exactly like his online wife. And he's like, oh my god, you're real. But the best, and then the other two members of the guild arrive, and yeah, girls too. What? But the best part about this is he's been adamant about meeting people online because his first online relationship told him, yeah, we can't meet because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Well, in game was a cute cat girl.
Yeah, real women don't say "nyan" and things like that. It's like yes, I saw the web of it going he's just smashing his keyboard in rage. I do have the episode of that to watch, and it's on the list. But yes, that could be quite entertaining slice of life. Don't know if there's anything else on there because a lot of the nonsense we're seeing. It is quite becoming very samey. It's like, well, really don't need to see too many more moe slice of life things again. But what else? What else do you got?
Yeah. Quick question: did you watch Sakamoto?
Yes, that's the other new one I saw.
I haven't. It's like the one you were talking about before, Pascal.
It's kind of like Cromartie. It's kind of like Cromartie High School.
Okay.
Yes, mixed with internet fun and Batman. So it's like, you know what, I could do that.
So basically, they're playing up the Gary Stu stereotype, Pascal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they play it up for laughs.
Thank God.
I mean, character-wise, he's quite bland. I mean, there's not a lot to him. Yeah, well, I've seen one episode. I shouldn't write off his character and such, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, okay, he's not terribly interesting to me to watch, but the situations are entertaining, and that's what's carrying me forward.
Okay.
So yes, I do like it, and it's like, really, it's like some very really weird moments. So like, yeah. Because there's a bit where they plan to prank him because they so these people are quite annoyed because all the girls love him because he's handsome and so cool and everything, and he goes and sort of and they go, I know, we'll plan him. We'll chuck a bucket of water over the stall door. That'll soak him, and he's sitting there and he's got an umbrella up. It's like, well, how would he know to do that? It's like, well, on how it should have ended. How'd you do that? Because I'm Batman. I mean, he literally, if you imagine, he's like Batman meets Cromartie High, only he doesn't have to fight crime, and that's basically what you've got. But it's good fun.
Okay, well, that sounds interesting. I have to check it out. Okay, I was checking out a little bit more information about Ellen Baker. Okay, first, the textbook is going to be used from 2016 to 2019. So Miss Ellen is not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Also, there are scans of the actual textbook going around, and she's there are images, pages, and the lewds, the cute ones, the sexy images didn't start on their fucking own. They were already in the fucking book.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah,
they some of them were kind of Photoshop based off the original image.
yeah.
But it was like some of them are like so well photoshopped you would not be able to to actually say it's not.
Yeah, pretty much. but still in the middle tag book, school book text, whatever, there were already images like that, a bit risque. So it's not like blaming the internet for going a bit more forward. It's kind of hypocritical to me. But okay, moving on to the manga, to the anime that we all watched, and I have to say it's my favorite anime so far, and it's coming from one that didn't think much of the manga. I tried reading it at first, but didn't really like it because I thought the pacing was too fast, there were too much puns, the art style didn't really fit, the theme and the battle scenes, but now the manga has gotten better. But the anime is fucking awesome. I'm talking, of course, about Boku no Hero Academia. It's
which is
okay.
It's
So
My Hero Academia, right?
yeah, exactly. My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia in original Japanese, and basically, a Japanese mangaka now knows how to do Western superheroes more than actual Marvel and DC writers. How the fuck did that happen? Like, how?
Yeah.
I'm seriously. How?
He's probably the mangaka
Yeah.
had some time to actually read up on the older stuff, and got a lot of inspiration. Saw some of the better story arcs. Saw some of the not so good story arcs. And you know what? It's a matter of adaptation, doing what you like, learning what to do, what's good, what's not so good, and then applying it to your trade.
Yeah, basically because. Okay, so let's go, Will. You first. You're the one who saw it last, basically more recently. What did you think about it? Only 2 episodes are out so far. What did you think?
I quite like it. It's you feel for the young lad. It's in the first episode, so it's hardly like it's not like a cliffhanger spoiler sort of thing. But something happens, and everyone gets sort of powers or quirks, as they're called in the translation that I saw, which basically turns everybody into either superheroes or supervillains. Which fair enough. And this is the main character, who's known as Deku. I can't remember his real
Deku
name.
is his nickname, basically. But yeah, Deku, it's good.
Yeah. I don't think it's because he's a tree, but
Or a nut.
Yeah, or maybe because they want to keep. Maybe it's because they keep getting nut shots, or in life it looks like he's getting nut shots. Because what's happening is he doesn't actually have any quirks. He's one of the 20% of the population that don't have them now, and he wants to be a hero, but he can't be a hero because he doesn't have the powers to stop the people, to stop the monsters. It's fair enough.
Fair enough.
But he's actually surprisingly brave for a regular guy, and it looks like episode 3 is going to have a proper training montage.
Yeah.
But the only thing that could make that training montage even more awesome would be if he suddenly gets a new sensei who insists that he does 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and run 10 kilometers every day. Because you just wait for that crossover, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. But myself, what I liked about it is basically it made me feel hopeful about superheroes. What they really did that the manga didn't do well because the pacing was too fast. They took their time with this. They used the first 2 episodes of the anime to get through the first chapter of the manga, and they focused a lot on the feels, on the emotions of Deku. You actually feel sorry for him because he can become a superhero. You feel his passion, his admiration for these heroes, one particular hero, which is All Might. And then you feel good for him when he actually gets his wish. He gets encouragement. He gets told that he can be a hero even without a quirk, even if that's not going to be the case in the long run. You'll get what I mean in the third episode. You'll get it in the okay. If you saw the second episode, even there is the spoilers for the next episode at the end, so you already know he's going to get a quirk. But the thing is, you actually feel encouraged by him. You actually feel good for him, but mostly because you actually see this guy, the superhero he admires. You actually feel the same. Basically, here they have a superhero which is the strongest, the bravest, the most successful superhero, which is called All Might, which is pretty much it's basically Superman that doesn't fly, but he has everything else. Basically, this is where all the good things about Superman went when Zack Snyder removed them from Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel. They went to All Might. Basically, it's Superman as it should be. Do you agree, guys? Or
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh well, in a respect, he's also a bit like old Batman who's had the shit kicked out of him several times, and he's a bit knackered. But but yeah, he is exactly what Superman should be. So obviously he's no good for anything. So so obviously he's doing it wrong in
can you repeat that? It came out distorted. Can you repeat that?
Well, yeah, he's what Superman should be. So obviously, Zack Snyder, he's doing Superman wrong. He's a puppet. He's an inspiration. He's strong and he's powerful. He does the right thing. He realizes he's slightly flawed and he's a bit confused about a few things because of. Well, it would be spoilers to reveal that's why. But yeah, he's what the Man of Steel should be.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's a good one. Basically, this was a soul balm after seeing Batman vs Superman. Basically, I was so there was like Alakia said, there was no hope in that movie. No matter what happened, what the Superman or Batman did, you didn't feel like it mattered. This, in 2 episodes, it just 2 episodes of an anime made me feel more hope than Batman vs. Superman in 2 hours and 30 minutes of movie. It's fun. It makes me enjoy superhero. More than Batman vs. Superman, more than the DC Comics, and I dare say, even more than most Marvel movies. I really can't remember the last time I got this excited about anything that included superheroes. But that may be also because guys, the fight scenes in this anime are just like Zack Snyder. Suck this guy's cocks. Because, seriously, your fight scenes have nothing of what we can see in this manga, in this anime. Am I right, Eagle? You saw that scene I told you to see, right?
Oh, yeah.
How was it, animation-wise?
It was solid. It was pretty solid. Good movement. You can actually appreciate each panning shot, each action for each of the characters. That scene you had me watch, it's both a testament to the characters, as like I said, Deku is like he's pretty much a normal guy going to school for heroes, and he doesn't even know what his skill is, but he knows how to get those weak points, how to help. And his soul, and I commented, he's like the reverse Shinji from Evangelion. It's like his brain says, "Get the F out of there," and his body's like, "Nope, gotta do the right thing."
while Shinji was the opposite. Basically, his brain.
Because Shinji's like, I want to run away, I gotta run away, but he still does it. Well, this guy's like, I can't get away. I have to help.
Yeah, it's you like the guy. I like Izuku. I like Deku.
He's like, I should get away, but my balls and my soul says you need to run into it.
Yeah, there are people who need your help, and these fuckers are all standing around saying, "No, we have to wait for someone that is more useful, someone who is more set, is more adaptive to this kind of situation." Fuck you! That my friend is in there. Friend, well.
Wow.
Okay, someone is in danger, and he wants help. I'm going to give it to him, even if I'm going to get horribly mauled because of it. Yeah, it's you know what I noticed after that. Basically, there's a scene after All Might defeats the monster, and there is a scene that basically shows you exactly how Japan works. The guy who went in to help his friend, even while every other professional hero was standing around twiddling his thumbs, twiddling their collective thumbs, they were doing nothing. He rushed in and basically made the rescue happen. Is reprimanded. But the guy who was trapped by the monster and who just resisted and didn't die before, but he still had to be rescued, he was praised. That says a lot about how Japan's society works.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You would think in the other side, because one of them had the balls to pretty much do the sacrificial play to jump in, in a way, he's in the right because he had the courage and the valor, even if he doesn't have the ability to get in there and do something. Versus, okay, these are other trained professionals, and the trained professionals think they're out of their league. That's why they're staying on the sides. Kind of, it's that dichotomy of,
yeah,
I can help. I'll do something. I can help. I have to do something. Versus, I'm skilled and I'm still not good enough.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Which we also saw in One Punch Man with the fight versus the Sea King.
Yeah, exactly.
Where everybody was getting another hole ripped into them until Saitama got there.
Yeah, but that didn't stop them from getting in there and getting their holes ripped. Just not being good enough didn't stop them from actually trying to protect people. And
Moomin Rider.
Yeah, Moomin Rider. And I guess the guy after, there was the guy, bullshitting, talking badly about the heroes, even though they risked their lives because they weren't good enough, but still fought the monster. Like, dude, what the fuck? And then this scene in Boku no Hero made me realize, is that how Japan society works like? Like, okay, so these guys risk their lives and basically build enough time for the one who could solve the situation to arrive. They bided their time, but that still wasn't good enough, and you have to reprimand them and call them losers. They just protected someone's life. Like, they didn't put... Yeah?
Yeah, they're not quite... It seems to be one of those weird things. It's like, oh, you did well, but you didn't do what you were told. And doing what you're told is the big thing in Japan. Mm-hmm. Because when people don't do as they're told, sometimes they go off and do something really stupid, and then they get hurt. Or they break something and cause someone to get hurt. So, yeah. Following orders or doing what you're told is the big thing in Japan, of course. Doing that is a good thing not doing that, obviously, reflects badly on you and everyone around you. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, but the thing is, there were no rules to be followed in both these situations. Because I don't know. It's just maybe it doesn't apply to One Punch Man as good because there were no rules to follow there. It was just people saying you shouldn't have gotten in over your head if you knew that you were going to be useless. But that's not how hero. Maybe that may be true in Japan, but that's not how heroes work in the West. And that really made me think, wow, this guy understands superheroes, Western superheroes, better than Western, directors and writers and artists. What the fuck is happening here? That made me think. So yeah, kudos to Boku no Hero Academia. Because it's the most fun I've been having with superheroes for a long time. For a very long time. What about you, Will? Your last thoughts on this?
I think it's it's an intriguing show. Plus, for those that like that sort of thing, Mountain Lady. The giantess are like, yeah, there's going to be loads of the giantess.
Yeah, there is. There is
she's
a hot
cute
lady who turns gigantic. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That can be.
Yeah, so,
that can be good. That can be some. It is someone's fetish, I guess. It's always someone's fetish. So.
Hey, never know.
Yeah.
What about you didn't see it all of it, but what do you
Not,
think?
not enough to actually say which one's my favorite, but if anything, I like Deku because you know what? From what I saw, it's like he recognized where he effed up, and he's stepping up to fix it, even if he's risking his life for it.
Yep.
So it kind of shows you that the strength of his moral character is stronger than his fear. And his fear is based on, I have no skills, I have no superpowers. What the F am I doing here? While the rest of his body is screaming, it's like, you need to fix this. You drop the ball, you fix it. So for me, right now he's on top of the list for me.
It's very good. I don't really like Baku, but there are a lot of I'd say there are a lot of of younger superheroes that come up in the series later. But I have to say, Deku is still my favorite. That doesn't really happen that much with me. Most of the times when I read mangas or see animes, the main character almost always is not my favorite character. In this case, Deku is my favorite character so far. We'll see how it develops, but he's a good character. He's a good kid. You just he's not one of the usual Japanese main characters who are just he's a nice guy and he lets people walk all over him because he's nice. It's more basically. He shows it. He shows that he has anger. He shows that he has resentment. He shows that he wants to, just talk back or, punch back. Do something to make his bullies. People will make fun of him and everything. He wants to do something. But he doesn't do something because because he's too nice, he's too meek. But it's because he has no powers that he would kick his ass. It's very Western. That's what I'm saying. So it's it's nice to see something different for main characters. Fucking damn it.
Yeah, he's got more personality than the average one. He's got more personality than a wet rock, which
Yeah, which is the average personality.
Yeah, but in defense of the personalityless protagonist, it does enable the audience to project themselves onto that character, for better or worse. Which, I'm not entirely sure is a good thing because, which is why if you having read analysis of the Twilight books, there's barely any descriptions of Bella. She could be any woman, but there's lots of descriptions of Edward and Jacob. So you go, okay, fair enough. So like, these are hot guys, but it could be you projecting yourself onto having these hot guys, which in a lot of anime, because specifically shonen stories, it's like, that could be me with this harem of hot chicks who are cute and what have you.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much. They're generic as fuck to make it easier for kids to get, but because they have to remain generic as fuck, they don't get much character development, and they adhere to the general standard of how Japanese people act, basically. That's not the case with Deku. Deku has character. Deku is particular, is not generic. Okay, we have the last 5 minutes of the broadcast, guys. Any last considerations, anime-wise?
Seems like a very fun season. There's a lot of good stuff out there and some not so much. And getting off this last, the winter season, which had a lot of harem or haremish series or fantasy series like Konosuba, which was actually pretty fun considering the setup for that one. I feel there's going to be a lot more action these next 3 months anime-wise, so whatever's your taste, hopefully it'll be covered there.
I confess that I've not been paying attention to the latest anime seasons. I've become quite a filthy casual in a lot of my hobbies, so
you got stuff to worry about, Ron.
Yeah, just having the energy to watch it and what have you. So kind of the big thing, really. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of good seasons, and I'm sure we'll get another season of One Punch Man before too long. Which that I am excited about. I can't think much more to add. No. I'm not aware of anything that's incredibly awesome that I must have. But hey,
except
that's
for
just
stuff
me.
that we already talked about.
Yeah, but apart from what we've discussed, I mean, the shows that I've watched today, I think I'd watch more of. But that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing extra. Okay, me personally, the 2 animes that I really recommend right now are... One is Boku no Hero Academia, for sure. And then there is, of course, Jojo Bizarre Adventure, because I'm a fan, and it's a good series, and it's going to get even more bizarre the more it goes on. There are going to be some pretty awesome fights in this series, and Koichi gets some of the best moments in JoJo history in Part 4. Yeah, the small guy gets some of the best parts of the entire figure the series. And I am really hopeful that we're going to see an Ellen Baker anime soon.
I hope so. We need more delicious cake, Sensei.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's just a web thing.
Yeah, web series. That would be good. Teach Japanese kids English with Ellen Sensei. All right.
Or
How to pronounce?
Or go up an Italian sensei. Someone like Rocco Siffredi.
Okay, I linked one last picture, which is how classrooms would go with Ellen Sensei in it. That's pretty much what I figure would go down. And well, time's running out, guys. This has been a bit slower episode than most, I have to say. But we'll see you next Sunday. Hasta luego. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. That's part 5, Eagle.